Good morning. Not awake. Just letting everybody know. Not really awake. But we'll figure it out. All right. K instruction sheet. Raccoon. Okay. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Where was I? Come on, Joe. I'm assuming that's an antenna whip. Look at some drawings later. Having a great morning. How about you? Well, good. Before alarm, coffee brewing. Nice chill air, windows open. Nice. All right. I'm not awake yet. It was a late night last night getting back from meeting, and then I just couldn't sleep after that. So anyway, a little tired today, shall we say. But we'll make it. Gonna fake it till we make it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this thing glued together. Squeeze it all together. Okay. Leave that part be. Come back to that tomorrow after it's dry. All right, let's take a look at the kitty. Let's see if this arm kind of held, because if not, I got to figure another way of getting it glued together. Seems to have held. Nice night. Jumped on with some friends playing Helldivers. Nice. Good morning, RQ. How are you, my friend? Nick, what's going on, brother? A little tired today, my friend, so don't be too surprised if I sorry. Excuse me. Don't be too surprised if I'm not necessarily in the most bouncy place. Bouncy. All right, let's see how the cat's looking in here. Come on. I've been up at the smoker all night. You've been at the smoker? Why is that? Play I'm already fully shooketh. Can I call you Gundam? Just be with the same stick Mrs. Kennedy used on Robert. Woof. New model or continue to work on the old ones? I'm working on the Machining Krieger kit in hopes of getting it done for our annual theme build birthday party. Yeah. So how many people are coming over for this birthday party, and how much meat you smoking? And by the way, you smoking any what they call it? Smoking any tofu? Oh my god, that's not a party. That's a small town. It's nice. Anyway, so that's what we're working on. We're just trying to get it put together. There's the cat sitting inside there. Smoked a single hot dog for everyone to share. So many people. That's too many people. I will smoke other things than food. Yeah. One of the people I work with, he's like, yeah, I don't like smoked meats. I'm like, what are you talking about? And this guy's a meat and potatoes guy. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I just don't like it. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Bland Central much? 20 pounds of pulled pork. Unfortunately, the tofu fell off the smoker and we had to trash it. Funny. It fell off the smoker. Y'all have no vegetarian friends? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on, man? What's wrong with you? Let's actually file back or sand back on some of this. Last night we had another, not going to say it was a record amount. I think we've had more, but it was certainly another large number of people. We had 39 members attend last night, including a new member. What's the reason you build models? That's a damn good question. And I'm going to let my mind process it for a second to see if I can come up with not just the one, but probably more than one reason why. I used to work at Famous Days where we can smoke us. So that was my big dive into the blues. Nice. Nope, the animals eat the vegetables, so we have it covered at that end. That's so funny. Yeah. So funny because you Texans have some really good vegetarian restaurants. You Houstonians. Hey, Mike, are you asking what time I got home? I don't know, after midnight. The meetings go late. You know, it used to be that we got to the meeting, started it sometime around 7:30. By 9:30, we were wrapping up and heading home, right? Now people are arriving before 7, and I got there at quarter of. Went to dinner, got everything, went over to set up stuff. People are already setting up, people are already milling around, and we didn't leave there until 11 o'clock. We're the stragglers. But yeah, people are hanging around until, the meeting officially wrapped up after 10, 15, 10:30, and people were still milling about for half an hour, 45 minutes. Which kind of usually chimes in after the phrase, like new members. Yeah. We have better barbecue spots. You do. You've got world-class barbecue spots, without a doubt. You also have world-class vegetarian places too, and Thai and Mexican, and go down the list. Hey, Tom, good morning. So yeah, I'm pretty tired this morning. Like I said, when I got home, I couldn't sleep, so a wee bit tired. So RQ asked the question of why do I build models? And I think the short answer to that is RQ. I genuinely don't know. I can't say what it is about models in particular that call to me as opposed to something else. If I were to take a guess, everything top class. Yeah, have you been to Houston? Yeah, they do have top class. Yeah, we're definitely not short of options on great food, 100%. I mean, they've got top class food and they've got top class asshole government officials. I mean, they got it all. I mean, take your pick. He needs a hobby and it's better than RC planes. Yep. So I think a lot of it was, I think when I first got into models, like back in the early 70s, I think it just looked cool. It's like, oh, I want to build this thing. And then I started building them and it was fun. I think like maybe music we liked when we were younger and music we like we older, there might be some crossover there, might be quite a bit of crossover. But I also think our tastes and things change. I think I started giving up on models until I saw, and I was always a big anime fan, and I very much enjoyed Robotech at the time, Gundam, it was pre-Gundam here in the US, and just got really into that stuff. So when I saw all these models, I was like, I want those. Part of it was a collection, Jones, started buying a bunch of that stuff. But I bought into it. This is in the mid 80s. And then started building them, and this was just a lot of fun. And part of the reason I think was because at that time look, I'm never going to pilot a 20-meter tall robot, but I can build one, and it represents something that I really like. And now flash forward to now, why did I return to it? Partly because I very much enjoyed the models at the time. Now I think it's more a matter of this is my creative outlet. So I build models now because it's cheaper than making film. And I enjoy the process of being creative, like what we're doing right now with, getting this thing kind of built up so that there can be a cat figure inside. Not that I'm being ultra creative on this one, but that's part of it. The ability to kind of manipulate stuff using your hands as opposed to, just sitting there and watching TV. It's what I call a productive hobby rather than a consumptive hobby. You're doing something rather than sitting there and having things kind of thrown at you. That's another thing. And then the last element is exactly like what I was just talking about with what we did last night. There's a social element that comes with this hobby. When you're hanging out with, 40 people and you talk quite a bit about models, but you're also not, you're talking about other things. It's just, it's a community, and I enjoy that quite a bit too. So I'm hoping that's a long, very, very, very long answer to the question, but I'm hoping that kind of gives you the the why at each kind of phase of my life. So that's why I build it. And it's cool shit. It's just fun, I guess, like addictive. He needs a hobby, and it's been I just like building things. Yep, I made lots of progress on my A10. Nice. Tom, what scale is that A10 again? From his hoop and stick. Yep, just got to figure out to make it in fight mode or land mode. Oh, flight. We'll talk about that in a second. You almost could have, Jordan. You almost could have had George if they just kept the Gundam base one up. Maybe. Was making models because I never got a driver for, I never got a pilot an F-14. Yeah, there's a lot of that too. 148 scale. Yeah, and I think that's 100% true. We're building stuff that fascinates us, and the likelihood of us ever being like, I mean, I keep talking about it. I'll never build one like the battleship Yamato, the actual battleship Yamato. That in many ways is a remarkably beautiful ship, given where it came from and its destructive nature. But it's a beautiful ship. You're never going to see that ship again. I mean, it didn't last very long, right? But it's a beautiful, a beautifully destructive thing. I'd love to build one. I'll never be on one. It's beyond me to build one because it'll take forever and a fucking day to build a 350th scale battleship. But that's, I think, part of the reason as well. I think Tom kind of calls it out. You're never going to, like, I don't want to own a Ferrari, so I don't have an interest in building a Ferrari, even though I guess I do have a Ferrari. But I have a diorama in mind for that. When I became a YouTuber, I just can't stop. Whenever I decide to quit, I just feel like I can't live normally without interacting with fans and online upload videos. Well, I guess I'm stuck like this. Yeah. Again, whatever you find that kind of you like and it pulls you in. I think allergies are starting to kick in, guys. I apologize. That ship had sailed and sunk. Yeah, 100%. The 1/500 scale version. Drink water. Yeah, I will. Actually, coffee right now. I need this is me like on the Yamato, right? Listing. They have a 1/350 and a 1/700. They also have a 1/200 scale, which, and I'd love to build that thing. I think that'd be fabulous to build. It's stupid expensive, and it would take up more time than I want to put into the hobby. The models you would like to just imagine what if. Yeah. There's also, Tom, you bring up a very valid point. I think I call it ideating, the looking at like the collection and looking at like a model and saying, I think I know what I want to do with that, whether it's reconstructing it to make it look more like it needs to be or how you envision it to be, or adding it to a diorama. Take your pick. But all of that stuff, I think, I think all of that stuff adds like a little bit of flavor to why. You're never going to build a 1/200. No, I'm never going to own the 1/200 scale either. Are we going to have a 45-minute coffee making adventure today? It's way more exciting than sanding. No, I'm not. I've made coffee. I have coffee right here. I woke up late. I did make coffee. I started the live stream late. I didn't wake up like at 6:03 saying, fuck, I got to get that. I got to do the live stream. You'd be sleeping in it as a bed. It's a little bigger than that. I'm a little bigger than that model. All right. So I'm looking at like some of this, the fitment on some of this shit, and it's pretty crap. But what I'm going to do is it's just a little bit of gap filling I have to do there. It is what it is. Anyway, let's start getting some of this stuff done. Turn off my alarm. I turned my alarm off today, so my cat woke me up instead. Yeah, cats will do that. All right, we glued this together. We'll have to wait for this thing to dry completely. And then we'll get the backpack kind of going. The cat arm is looking better. I will definitely wrap some more CA glue around it. What's a tank without a turret? An armored vehicle. Yeah. Yep. Ain't that true? All right, let's start pulling other parts of this thing off. Scheisse. Anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. So Nick has a birthday. Not his, but he has a birthday to get ready for. So everybody else got going on. Get the cockpit done, the canopy, mass engines are painted. Nice. I need to get to, my hope is I can get to painting this thing sooner rather than later. Though something tells me I'm going to start running into some construction issues very, very shortly. And by construction issues, I mean things I want to do to tweak it out. The fucking box. I'm assuming that's a weapon. Where are the fucking wires? Guys, give me a second here. Just trying to see if I'm missing something. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, some days you just don't understand what the fuck is going on here. So why are there supposed to be wires that are not there? Okay. Happy Mother Lover Saturday. Yep, I forgot to say happy Saturday. Happy Saturday if it may come on. To pack on as a display only piece. Nice, because it probably won't be finished. So there are springs that are supposed to be installed here. I'm assuming that they don't list in the manual. They basically have, oh, look. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is that little nubby thing right there? Is that piece right there? See that? Right there. So what is that for? And there's supposed to be a spring, I'm guessing, going from that down to the body. Where the fuck's the spring? They never provided it. I'm telling you, this Hasegawa makes good make. Wave? If this is an indicator, Wave makes shit make. He's calling it. It's fall now. You can't build it. Let's see. Okay, so I've got springs, which is fine. I'm going to replace all of these hoses too, because these hoses look bad. All right. So when this thing gets mounted back on here, what the hell does it go to? Still trying to figure it out. This goes into something. What? No fucking clue. Then. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. And there's supposed to be some leads that go from the upper arm to the lower arm. Okay. Stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just dumb. Okay. All right. Enough prognosticating on that. Let's get moving on. It ain't gonna get done by itself. Okay. Backpack we're gonna set aside. Hand we'll work on in a few minutes. Yeah, actually we'll start on the hand now. Then we'll work on the little doodads that are starting to fall off here. Anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. I'm heading down to Connecticut in a few hours. My daughter has dance team stuff she has to do first. And then we're going to be meeting up around 2:30. Going to do some dinner with her. Go do a little shopping with her. Pretty excited about doing all that stuff. If I can stay awake long enough, my plan is to my plan is to also then go hit the Sleeping Giant Trail. I'm not even sure what the weather's going to be like today. We'll figure it out. But got me some plans. Anybody else got anything planned for the day? Take a nap at the pavilion. I could. All right, let's start taking this whole fucking thing apart. Softball. Nice. Team or otherwise, Tom? Spreading managers' democracy across the... Nice. Managed democracy. Just friends. Cool. Let's have this hand came together. Anyway. We're going to now clean up all the phalanges, the individual finger parts. So last night at the meeting, we had we've got two young kids. I'm going to guess 11 and 12. You know, mom brings them, and we had so she pulled me aside and said, "Hey, what they're going to be putting models on the kids table at PatCon. They're going to be competing in the kids category. So what should they expect? What happens?" So it was interesting sitting down with these boys, just kind of explaining to them, what a judge will look for, what they should consider, stuff like that, and just trying to explain to them it's all about fit and finish and that kind of thing. And, you may win, you may not, and that's okay too. The point is you look at some stuff and hopefully you'll have the opportunity for somebody to tell you where things worked and where they didn't. And I said, that's usually what I do when I do Gundam judging. I try to stay long enough at the end to be able to let people know how I think, where I saw that they did well and where they did not. So one kid is building a Gundam, one and they're brothers, and the other one is building a Tamiya tank. But it's great to see kids coming to the meetings and hanging out. I think we have to find a way of engaging a little earlier with the kids because they got to bail. They usually bail like around 9:30, 9 o'clock or so, and then we're already kind of, I mean, we're not getting to like the raffle and stuff like that until close between 9:30 and 10. So this really does remind me of working on the Spartan. Cleaning up fingers. Ugh. Just such shit modeling. I don't know K well enough to say what it is that you break up in Georgia. Was part of had their shit earlier. Yeah. And I think you're right. And that's kind of what one of the guys kind of recommended, that we should probably start doing some of that stuff a little earlier. 100%, Joe. 100%. Just seeing what size. That's too, maybe not. Yeah, that'll do. But again, it's just really cool to have kids there. One of our members had he was back from nationals and he came in first in junior ships, if I'm correct, and came in second in one of the other categories. I think it was a plane category. It's like in not in kids, but in like full blown competition. It's like, wow. "16 years old, doing very, very well academically, involved in sports, doing really well for himself," and had a nice chat with him as well. He's like, "Yeah, I'm hoping to continue this like through high school and through college and all that. I don't think I want to stop." I said, "I hope your journey does that." It didn't for me, but I hope your journey does that. Good kid. And a wicked good modeler. Like, and not in a pretentious way, just a really good modeler. Name is Eric. That way they can leave and can have an adult swim time. Yeah. Those more escape models. Nobody really brings a lot of that stuff, which is good. In fact, a couple of years ago, when we were at our previous place, at that shitty Elks Club doing PatCon, the kids' table was in front near the staging area of how we had everything set up, and right behind them were the figures and the larger scale figures, and it was kind of an open thing. And yeah, there were some things there that was probably Not right. Probably not what you want near a kid's table. So last year we moved the kids' table off to a somewhat separate area and kept the figures in a different aisle. There we go. Got one of the phalanges almost done. Oh shit. The first tits I saw were scale model tits of Lady Death. Really? Those are the first ones you saw, Joe? Man. That one's tinier. Put away the BMC. Let's break out the 0.3. Oh, besides the JCPenney catalog. JCPenney catalog and the Sears catalog. I love it. I have to see if I can sharpen this DLC. So this is one of the MadWorks DLC chisels, which I've had for many, many years. I doesn't feel quite as sharp. It doesn't. So the BMC that I just pulled out did a fantastic job of moving material. I mean, it felt like it was moving material. This one here feels like it's kind of skating for the most part, taking a lot more passes to get things done. There we go. One phalange done. I just wanted to see the toy section. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Well, actually, I did. Man, it is funny to see how much shit changed back in the 70s and 80s. That's what it was all about. You get like the big Sears catalog or the J.C. Penney catalogs or whatever. There was something about looking through a catalog. No, I'm not talking about for tits, but I'm just saying looking through a catalog, right? George, what are you doing? Oh yeah, dude, I'm old. Dude, respect me, I'm old. But take that one out too. Let's do it that way. Clean up this section here. You read it for the articles? Yep, I read the catalog for the articles. Yep, not. But it was cool that you had stuff like that you could actually see, and you could point to something and just say, "Hey, mom, I'd like this toy." Hey, Ken, good morning. Graphic design has come a long way. Oh yeah, that was basically just not a lot of that. It was like, how much can we cram into this thing? And it was cool. Just it was a different way. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's worse. I'm just saying it was a different way of doing things. What's a good word, Ken? I can't tell if I've got a divot in the plastic or if it's the discoloration of the plastic itself. Yeah, this color is a terrible color. It should be banned from use in scale modeling. And as I said yesterday, this isn't unique to Wave. Bandai has used the same color stuff, and I hate it. I hated it there too. Can you can? Let's get rid of that nasty little. Okay. Joe Meyer. Yo, hey. Anyway, Ken, what's going on? I feed the birds, and a rabbit has joined the group. It regularly eats peanuts. Nice. Where are you doing this? Are you doing this at the moment, or was this something that you did last night or yesterday? Just sitting at a park all by your lonesome, feeding the animals? I just fed them. I feed them every day. Ah, it's awesome, man. So Ken, define what you mean. Do you just like feed a bird feeder, or I mean, put food into a bird feeder or something, or do you actually sit out there and just kind of like decompress and feed animals? I like critters. Critters are cool. The number of bunnies that we have here this year is unreal. Every year, it just seems like we got more and more bunnies, which I guess kind of goes to I guess they breed like, right? Phalange cleanup. I like critters. Well, I broke something off. Oh, well, I think I care. Definitely a heavy bunny population this year. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Fuck it. Do I care? No. I buy peanuts and just put them in the corner of my dry. Your what? What is your driveway? Dryer. Driveway. Trying to get the bunnies close enough to pet. They'll take food out of my hand. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that they don't do that with us. Anything close to anything comes even within like eye shot, and those things like have radar, right? Anything close to eye shot, and they start bolting. So because my younger daughter doesn't have enough shit going on at college, right? I got half a car's length to one, but I'll keep trying. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Same here. I'll pull into the driveway and every now and then they'll just kind of like stop and just wait. And I'll sit in the car. It's like, if I open the door, you're going to bolt. I just want to look at you for a little bit because you're a damn cutie. So my daughter is on the dance team. She's taking, the basic nursing classes right now, which is at least pretty, pretty rudimentary, which is good. And she is looking to get a job. And she joined a sorority. It's like, ugh. That's kind of an interesting one because, I can certainly relate to a lot of college experiences, when I was talking to when my older daughter was in college, you could relate. Not everything, but you can relate. Like, Greek life, foreign. But she's pretty happy about it, and that's all that matters. They had plans for my life is abundant. The bunnies barely hop away when we walk by. Wow, that's impressive. So it's almost like they've been domesticated in that regard. Yeah. Not with us. They still live au naturel. Is it me or we talk about college being expensive. Part of the reason why it's expensive is because all the shit that these kids do. Dance team and the sorority. It costs us a few bucks. Yay. I think that's gone. How the fuck can I tell? Can't tell. I'm going on. Have a nice day, guys. See you tomorrow. Already RQ. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Hope all is going well with you. 0.6. Wait, I missed the grief light bit. Well, too late now. You missed it. I'm just kidding. Give you a second, Ken. Neither her mother nor I had any interest in Greek life. In fact, there was no real Greek life at BU at the time when I was a student. And the school my wife went to, they did. She went to a party. She's like, yeah, I'm done with this. It's funny getting buzzed by the hummingbirds. They'll fly up and scare the crap out of you. Oh, she's joining sorority. Yeah, that's cool. Despite the stereotypes, sorority and fraternity are fun. Yeah, I think, and that's part of it. And I kind of said that to my wife. I mean, what experience do I have with fraternity life or Greek life? And it's basically Animal House, right? And when she was talking about it, there's a lot more going on that I didn't understand. It's like they are very much engaged in a cause. Like we're here to help whatever they're each sorority or each sorority fraternity has their a cause that they like to help out, and then also the amount of mentoring that they do. So for new for younger people. They're a support network. It's like, okay. Is she rushing different houses, or has she decided? She rushed, I think, about 6. It came down to 2, and then she got into her choice. They reached out and said, yeah, we'd like you to, I'm assuming that's how it's done. We'd like you to be in our sorority. And, she felt very comfortable with them. I believe her roommate is also in a sorority, but they're in different sororities, which I think is good. She got a bid. Is that what they call it? Ken, were you a fraternity brother? I was in one, yeah. Oh, look at you. I think it's called AE Pi. I think it's Alpha Epsilon Pi, which I remember BU had, I think they had a sorority called AE Pi. My younger daughter, yeah, she's rushed. Yep. Yep. So, hey. As long as she can balance all of it, great. I mean, let's put it this way. My daughter's certainly way ahead of me. Both of my kids, way the fuck ahead of me. 85. Yep. Try lamb. I like the try lambs. Yeah, college and it's like I had enough extracurricular activities that did a number on the old degree. Greeks love lamb. They do. Hope she's rushing for a smart sorority. They certainly seem to be. I'll give them that. Greeks love lamb. The funny part was the last time I intentionally had red meat, it was lamb. I think it was like an accidental thing. I think we went out with family. My family's like, "Are you gonna have lamb?" It's like, I'm with family. And again, this was probably like almost 10 years ago. Yeah, it's good. I do like lamb. Won't do it now, but it was good. I didn't give it up because I didn't enjoy it. I very much enjoyed it. But in any case, there we go. So we got 2 of the 3 phalanges done. Let's get this last one and then we're good. Just getting the joint between the finger parts. Oh, that does not go there. Do they haze? I'm assuming no. I don't believe so. And I truly hope not, because if not, then she's going to lose 1 point in GPA. Hope she's rushing this far. She's going to lose 1 point in GPA. I'm not sure I understand that, Tom. Also, smart and require you to maintain a certain GPA. We had a Greek diner the other day. We did get stuffed grape leaves at least. Yeah, stuffed grape leaves with meat or without meat. I do love a good stuffed grape leaf. Well, that's interesting. Let's get the 0.6 out again. Yeah, I think from what I'm reading, again, this is all new to me, but everything I'm seeing so far is that Greek life ain't what it was like 50 years ago. If it's not a smart sorority, I'm assuming, like anything, it's what members put into it, but we got the rats hazed out of us. Really? Front rush for a non-GPA based fraternity. His GPA was 3.2, went down to 2.1 without me. Yeah, I love that stuff. I do love me a good stuffed grape leaf. In fact, you just reminded me, Ray, that I probably need to go to my favorite Greek market. I don't know how many there are in town, but it's my favorite. If there's more than one, it's my favorite. If it's the only one, it's still my favorite. Kalamos in the Tatnick Square area of Worcester has great Greek supplies. Give me a second, guys. I just want to get this one done. All right. This is fun. We got branded. Did you really? It's a great spot. What's the name of the place, Ray? We got branded. One of the things that we did talk about, I think my wife was trying to, I don't know, sell me on it or selling herself on it, or maybe we're just both trying to look at this from a positive perspective. But I also guess with a lot of fraternities and sororities now, there's also that networking thing that happens post-college, which I think could be huge. You take care of your own, good and bad about that. But for the moment, I'll accept the good. Athena 2 Diner in North Haven. Oh, yeah. I know where that is. Why is it that motherfucking Greeks like to call everything Athena, Acropolis? What the fuck? Come up with a different name, will you, for fuck's sake? And it's not like they can call one like Athena and one something, like Kavala. No, it's Athena 1, Athena 2, Athena 3. What? You only have one Athena? Is also good, yeah. Tours are usually a very positive experience, yeah. It was for fraternities. Olympia. Yeah, exactly. Olympia. Anyway. I remember when just driving through Connecticut and just seeing all these Greek restaurants, it's like, are these all owned by the same people? Guys. There we go. One more second, my friends. There we go. All right. Okay. Anyway. We had the Parthenon Diner in Brantford. Yeah. Is that the one that's near Brantford Hobbies? This is a Greek, pretty good size Greek. I thought it was one of the Athena diners. I could be wrong. Drove by it when I was heading over to Brantford a while back. I almost stopped there, but went back and had Indian instead. I hope she has a great time doing it. A lot of girls in sororities when they were great people, and they were really great people. You're not inspiring me there, Ken. When a fraternity brother says, I knew a lot of sorority sisters, they were great people, it's like, is that what I want to hear? No, there's the Twin Pine Diner at the bottom of the hill in East 7. I don't think it was the Twin Pine because there was definitely some Greeky name. I know you eat a lot of Indian food. It should be a non-issue. All right. Did I get all of these yet? That one's done. I think it's done. Yes, that one's done. Yet to this one. It's great, but the change owner now the food kind of sucks. Yeah, not a big fan of sucky Greek food. Just saying. Yeah, friends aren't necessarily trustworthy. No, not like that. You better not be like that. It's not single pine. DeLorean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ken, you're not inspiring me with confidence. Mike, you've done a lot of maquet. Again, I'm not as versed in maquet. I've only built 2 models, and um, I, I I don't know which ones you've worked on. Maybe a lot, maybe only from one company. Do they require like a lot of cleanup? Like this one really, like the mold lines on this thing are pretty extreme. Putting Mike on the spot here. Yeah, ton of cleanup. Yeah. Fraternity guy, you are extra nice to sorority girls. You mess up with one, your rep is finished. Really? Speaking from experience, Tom? Guys would be nice for one reason. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of reminds me. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I built a few of the wave. I mean, other wave kits. They're good. I'm not gonna say they're great. This kind of reminds me of a lot of the. It's not as bad. It's close, but it's not as bad. It reminds me of the a lot of the kits from Good Smile and whatever else Max Watanabe has. Max Factory. Just challenging in their finished quality. Head Tarnisher rep as a fraternity, bro. One of the things that's fascinating about our second child now going through college is the differences between them. I mean, first of all, my older daughter got fucked by, her freshman year was during, hey, Edwin, good evening. How are you? And cleanup also broke me. I had to put it away for like a year before I could finish it. Yeah, you guys watch too many college movies. We did. That's how we got a lot of our experiences from. What's going on, Edwin? Hope all is well. Is your younger daughter into art? She is not. Dance, which, yes, I guess theoretically it is, but I think it's more the motion and the artwork, but she's more the physical type. So my older daughter got fucked by, having to deal with college during COVID. So her freshman year was remote. When she finally got to campus, at least it was like you didn't have the stress of learning the social side of things, because my older daughter is a little bit more on the social anxiety side of things. So she had that going for her, but she was able to maybe adjust a little bit more easily. But she also had terrible roommates her first year and change. Awful roommates. Whereas my younger daughters had better experiences. My older daughter just wanted, let me get through school. Let me do this. She did a little bit of socializing, but again, the anxiety kind of kept her more contained. Whereas my younger daughter, social butterfly. Hey, Seb, good evening. Good morning. How are you? There we go. Should I break up another phalange piece? I have no idea. All right, let's get this thing put together. I'm fine. And you? Doing all right, man. Exhausted, but okay. What time is it? 7:30. I was actually saying I'm only going to go to 7:30 today, but I might just continue on for a little bit longer. Not much, maybe like close to 8. We'll see. See how long I can stay awake. Work was if, but on the other hand, Dad was going to move from ICU. Oh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, Edwin. I'm happy to hear that. So it sounds like he's in a better place now. All right. I believe all this is now done. Let me just tail ailerons are on the plane. You mean elevators? You're working on the tank today? I am working on the machining Krieger, trying to get this thing going for our theme build for the club that I belong to. I'm not sure if anybody can see that. I'm going to put that up here. Let's see. Yeah, you can almost see it. Yeah, you can almost see it. It's been sanded and filed away, but you can still see the discoloration of how this is molded together. So the mold line's been released, so you don't have a raised line between. I don't think you do. Yeah, that surface is smooth. However, what you don't have is, if you didn't want to paint this, then I get it. Maquet should be painted. But what you don't have is that line disappearing, which again, this is why this color is a terrible color to use. Machine Krieger always saw but it never saw one build. Yeah, I've been I snapped this up about 2 years ago when I was in Maryland, and I bagged it. Didn't like the model then. I didn't like the construction of it, and I still don't. It's not a fun model. It's got a lot of its challenges. Now, having said that, I've got an idea for the story I want to tell with it, so I'm now trying to get all this done. My hope is to get all the construction on this thing done by the end of the month. We shall see if that's feasible. Let's see, that goes this way. Okay. It's kind of the goal. And I want to get it done for our December meeting. It'd be nice to actually get 2 models done this year. Wouldn't it, though? Something right here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here, please. Oh. Well, that fucking blows. Now I know what that was. It was a peg that kept us. What the fuck? Yeah. I broke off one of the pegs. Fine. I'm going to glue the fingers together. I also don't like raised panel lines either. Hold it. So, Tom, the Warthog has raised panel lines? Oh, interesting. I'm just going to start gluing all this shit together. And I'm going to glue that middle finger. I think it's the middle finger. 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. I'm just slathering this shit in here. Don't care. Let's put this middle finger in place. Give me a second, guys. I legit cannot tell what the fuck that's about. Gonna figure it out. Sorry, let's take a peek and see what we got going on. At least it Mia kit does. Yeah. I'm assuming then it's an older model, which is why. Yeah, some models are a pain in the ass to build, and I had a tank like that. A Leopard 2 had to cut a good chunk of the rear plate so it could fit. Really? Who made the who was the Leopard 2 by? And which version of Leopard 2? Had to sand them and rescribe panel lines on the body. Wow, crazy. Crazy, Spacey. That's either a cat or a child. I'm assuming a cat. All right, let's get this hand put together first. And then we'll tweak out. Yeah. That's the best way of putting this. You suck. There we go. You really do suck. Assembly on this thing is just, once again, just crap. That'll be fun. I think it's raised only because the plane has body rivets, not flush rivets. Hey, George. Hey, Tony. What's going on, man? Where's Nick? Smoking. Avoiding us like the plague because he somehow thinks that working on smoked meat is more important. Just kidding. It kind of is. He's got a birthday party to get stuff ready for. Not much. Nice. Someone check on Nick. No. He did say he was up late getting ready to smoke meat for a party of 40 today. All right. You know what? Just because I'm angry. Just some tools on this thing. Basic Leopard 2 for the brand. I don't remember, but it was. And well, no one might have been the box somewhere. Whatever. And all this stuff in my bedroom to find. Oh my. Wow. 40. Wow, that was a lot of meat to play with. Yeah, exactly. Morning, everyone. Hey, Richie. Good morning. What is the good word with you, Richie? I wish Nick lived closer. He has a lot of gatherings. He does. Though, at the same time, I think he's kind of like, I really need a little bit more peace and quiet. Just crushing this thing together because I'm kind of done. Fucker. All right, now let's see if we can get these fingers figured out. So I want to build a tank, but I have to finish the other kits I got. Yeah. Edwin, you're still young. You will have plenty of opportunity. Find a design you like, go for it. Come on. Separate. That's a little better. All right, I'm going to crush this one finger in. Then I'm going to glue this whole thing together. It's already looking like ass. Come on. Fucker. You can tell I'm kind of like in a pissy place with this thing just because it's making me curse like a sailor. Let's see. Richie. Good morning. The good word is I slept for 9 hours and got to do some cleaning today. The 9 hours sounds, I guess, good. Doing cleaning today, not so good. I have to finish the Magella Attack. Yeah, the Magella Attack. That's a cool model. They also did a great job with the Magella Attacks on Requiem. I'm wondering how popular that series was because we're not seeing a whole lot of models being introduced. And they have a GM, and wasn't there a goof in that series too that we haven't seen yet? I have to finish attack. Our event next weekend. Already, Jesus time flying. Yep. Raccoon, it's probably a dud. I think it might be, which is too bad because yes, was it perfect? No, not even close. Was it good? Yeah, it was very good. I mean, I'll go out on a limb and say that I think it was better than IBO. Okay, that's the best way of saying this. You suck. And why the fuck do I now have a gap there? Take this finger out. Gonna cut back on that nub, on the peg. Goose amazing looking. Yep. I just need Gundam Thunderbolt to finish the Bandai. Give me the Thunderbolt, that guy. Maybe someday we'll see more Thunderbolt kits. I would agree with you on that, Blood Requiem. But then being a military guy might make me a bit biased. Yeah. Let me help with Cliff. George, I agree with that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If anyone wants to be featured, European White Showcase, just send a massage. Richie, have you sent me anything on Discord? Because I haven't seen anything. And that's not an accusatory thing. I haven't seen anything. I haven't been on Discord in a while. So apologies. All right, we're going to have to do some CA glue there later. Why is that one not sitting in? I don't know. Why? Because it doesn't like me. Yeah, the amount of I'm gonna have to do some gap filling here. Just fucking drown this thing in CA. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you, Richie. Okay, we're gonna trim back on this thing. I always felt if you're going to charge a premium for a model, better be a damn good model. At least from a build perspective, right? Okay. I mean, why the fuck do I have that much of a gap there? Honestly. Curse, 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 curse. Jeez Louise. Just gotta have something to showcase. We will schedule something between us. We will. We will. Wave kits are just too expensive for the build process. I've built a few. I mean, I call them the Starship Troopers kits, but the kits that they have, the powered armors that they had, are better than this. Not by a lot, but they're certainly better than this. This is pretty lame. I mean, actually, you can see that like on the index finger, you can see that massive gap. And you try to push the piece over to try to get it to fit well, to kind of fill in that gap a little bit, and then it just kind of opens up again. Why? I don't know. So I'm trying to bend it into shape a little bit here, but I think what's going to end up happening is we're probably just going to have to just hit that up with a bunch of CA. Back before we glue this in. Okay. There we go. So cut back on that peg substantially. It's fitting better, and it's still not fitting well. Why? I don't know. You tell me. All right, we're just going to hit this thing with CA now. Let's see. I want to try one of those third-party kits. I hear they're great. I want that knockoff GPO2. I've heard that quite a few of those. I mean, we've had people on here who said that the knockoff stuff is actually quite well done. I would imagine that, like anything, it's hit or miss. understand for the $13 for the premium Bandai kit that you missed, you're gonna, it could turn out to be good, and it could turn out to be less, but give it a shot. Look at the instructions for their VF1. It's no different from Hasegawa. The only difference is Hasegawa was 25, Wave is 70. Yeah. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but yeah. Solomon GPO2 looks good. I just built the GPO2. It's a great kit. The knockoff kit. Give me a second, guys. Where the fuck did I leave those tools? Yes, you're traveling right now. See, you put tools away, and it's just a bad day. So stop putting tools away. Just throw everything on the table, on the bench. Never clean up. Life is good. I don't have the energy right now to go looking for it either. So, yeah, fuck it. I got a lot of good kits in stock. I may have to grab some. Yes, the third, Pierre Solomon. I looked at the instructions on the scale. It's like minor differences, but it's the minor differences that make the major price differences. Party. Third party, yeah. I wouldn't mind an RG. Hey, Ken. That's how I am. I do clean up once in a while. My desk is a mess. I have 3 projects on. Yeah, ditto here. 3, maybe more. I can't count that high anymore. That was the third party Kshatriya for the same from the same company. It's fantastic so far, yeah. And is it but I'm assuming it's a 1/100 scale, so they're doing something unique with it. All right. Let's hit this thing. Get a brush on here in a little bit. It's going to go right around all the phalanges here at the base. Give them a nice little run of some CA. And then when this is all glued together, excuse me, I'm going to sand back a lot of this. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. I get a big glob of that stuff in there. I gotta get a brush on here now. Okay. Let's get a brush. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right there. Just want to get some of this cleaned up. Back at that. Back at that. All right. All right. The rest of this will just get sanded down. after it all dries. So I've just hit this whole thing up with a bunch of black CA just to get it filled and get everything kind of aligned, which it's not really doing very well. And then what I'll do is I'll hit the phalange grooves a little bit with some thin cement as well. What the hell happened there? Yeah, who knows? Call it damage. Anyway, let's see where we are. Sorry, guys. It's also big. It's huge. We're basically a PGU. Yeah. Hey, George, I completely zoned out on the sign-up sheet, but I'm totally available to help with table, etc. Yeah, send Peter, send Spencer an email and let him know, but that's fine. Okay, got to run. Catch you tomorrow. Later, Mike. Have a good one, brother. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Oh, the OG Wing Zero when it drops. You lost me on a couple things there. Wing and Zero. It's funny how, and it's funny the differences in certain Gundam types. Like for me, Wing was not my Gundam. All the original UC stuff was my vibe. Apparently, we made some Gundam kits back in the 90s. Did they? Did they now? I'm assuming that's before the whole acquisition. Burning, burning, burning. I'm ready for bed. It's going to be a long day. Yeah. Nick, did you really stay up all night? For real? For real? For real? Okay. Let's do some cleanup here. And this, I may bore out and put in a little mesh. This will be fun. That's an exhaust pipe. Sorry. And oh, look, chunky plastic inside. I'd rather put something in front of it. Do I want to start that now? No. I'll do cleanup on this, and then tomorrow I'll start working on putting a little piece of mesh inside. However, the one thing I will start I'll use my motor tool in order to wake Nick up a little bit. No, just up every hour so can walk to what? So as to walk to the neighbors? Gundam Wing, the very first Gundam series I watched, that brings back some good memories. Yeah, and that's it. For a lot of people, Wing was the thing, right? For me, it wasn't. I remember watching Wing and just saying, and I was excited because it's like, oh my God, there's a Gundam series on American television airwaves at the time. I'm like, this is great. I started watching. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I don't understand you had to walk to your neighbors. Yeah, I'm a Wing boy. Yeah. This Gundam series was the classic 0083. The party has been hell on me. First the pool ladder broke, then my smoker. Oh, now that makes sense. Oh, that sucks, Nick. Dude, I'm so sorry about that. All right. I really could use those fucking clamps. Stop, George. Stop putting shit away. I'm done. I'm never putting stuff away. This bench is just going to have everything screwed on it, and that's the end of that. I'm not fucking happy right now. Yeah, it's been an adventure. Oh, wow. So you're going to go out and buy yourself a new smoker? I am turning this on just so people know. That's not doing much. That didn't do a lot. All right. No, wait till tomorrow. Here comes the dentist. Yeah, exactly. Where's Ken? I show back up and he's gone. Exactly. Isn't that the way it works? I think you guys are the same person. Just take a breather, Gio. Breathe. Breathe. Oh, I'm fine. Just pissed. Maybe probably just the part that it needs. What part is broken in a smoker? Man. What part is broken in the smoker? Too early to be pissed? Nah, never too early. Yeah, man, the lengths you go to for smoke meat, dedication. The part that smokes, that would be the wood. I don't think that's what broke. All right. Another one was a clamp. Just one clamp. It's not like I don't have 2 or 3 of them. Okay. Well, fuck it. We'll call it a day. Anyway, let's start doing a little bit more of that. I want to try to get it. Getting the position of the camera is kind of important because I want to be able to have you guys see kind of the stuff that I'm doing here. Pellet smokers for lots of parts. I didn't want to buy wood for the offset smoker, the auger motor. Oh, the motor itself. Yeah. All right. All right, my friends. I am going to roll now. Go upstairs, hang out with my daughter for a while, get ready. Don't piss me off. I'm tired of people. Tired of you pissing me off. Stay there. I'm going to go upstairs, hang out with my daughter before I head down to Connecticut. But guys, Nick, good luck today. Good luck today. And I'm hoping the party goes well. And hopefully tomorrow, nothing low key for you. But guys, go out there and do good. Stay safe and stay sane. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's getting crazier, more dangerous by the moment. It's up to you guys to kind of make it better, just like you do here every morning. Brighten the world as much as you can. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Do good. Smile. Don't be angry like me. But anyway, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.